How you doing, everybody? Make sure my hat feels straight. Straight, everybody? All right, cool. All right, so we're going to talk about today. I read something on ESPN.com. Rigondeaux news came out, so Rigondeaux is my favorite boxer right now, man. Ain't nobody could beat this guy. There's really nobody. And nobody want to fight him, so that tells you that nobody clearly wants to fight him. Leo Santa Cruz, we already know, he's scared. He don't want to fight. Or his promotion don't want to fight. No. Why? Because they fucking know. Everybody knows that they'll lose to Rigondeaux. Guillermo Rigondeaux. 122-pound champion. WBO. WBA. Super WBA. And the Ring Magazine. Super Bantamweight champion. Guillermo Rigondeaux. So he's the man. He's the boss at 122 pounds. You got Carl Frampton, the IBF Super Bantamweight champion. And you got, who's the other guy? And Leo Santa Cruz, yeah. WBC junior featherweight champion. So, this is crazy. Caribe Promotions, that's Rigondeaux's promotion. He was with Top Rank, but his contract expired. And they didn't renew it for him. So, it came out. They won the bid. They were the only ones. That's how crazy house boxing is. Because you got to understand. You got to understand that boxing is a business. So you got Chris Avalos, who's his mandatory. Now in boxing, when you're a mandatory, that means the champion and the challenger, they have to fight. Especially if they won the bid. Because there's always a purse bid on every fight, all mandatory fights and stuff like that. And whoever wins the bid, they get the fight. So once you're mandatory, you have to fight him. And if you don't, and if you refuse to fight him, they take your belts and they give it to him. Or they put it up vacant and they'll make the other guy fight like a number 2 or contender or something like that. That's what happened. But Chris Avalos, he's what is his record again? 24-2 with 18 knockouts. He's 24. He's from Lancaster, California. He's like Mexican. His parents are Mexican or something like that. But he's from California. He's scared of Rigondeaux too. How you the mandatory and you scared of Rigondeaux? That's crazy. That's crazy. He instead of fighting Rigondeaux, Top Rank telling him, because he's with Top Rank, and Bob Arum and them, they don't want that fight with Rigondeaux because they know they will lose. You see, now I'm gonna tell you about boxing. In my opinion, Guillermo Rigondeaux is clearly the most avoided fighter in the sport. And he's the most feared boxer in the sport as well. Because if nobody want to fight him, that means they know they'll lose to him. So why take that risk? Now, Gennady Golovkin, Triple G, he's the most dangerous guy. Because if you get in the ring with him, he's going to stop you. Unless you know how to box and you know how to adjust to a style like Gennady Golovkin's. So you got Rigondeaux, who's the most feared, the most avoided boxer. And you got Gennady Golovkin, who's the most dangerous boxer in the sport. Because he got raw power. So, this I don't understand what these boxers, I think, these boxers in the game today are just in it for the money. They don't care about belts. I don't think they care about belts. I don't think they care about fame either. They care about fame, some of them, to an extent. But guys like Chris Avalos, I don't know. Maybe it's not even him. Maybe it's just his promoter putting something in his ear. Don't take the fight. Don't take the fight. But either or, it really don't matter. Because you're going to lose. He's going to lose to Rigondeaux anyways. That's the thing. Whoever fights Rigondeaux, they're going to lose anyways. Rigondeaux got the style. Is one in a million years. You'll get a style like that. Like, really. He just does everything. And he got power. And he's a southpaw. You know, he just beats you so easy and so calmly. Like you think you're watching a fucking somebody painting a fucking something like on TV, like drawing a painting. That's how great Guillermo Rigondeaux work is. You know, so I just had to come out here and tell you guys how devastating it is that Rigondeaux not getting any fights. Nobody want to fight him. That's the fear he puts. He puts fear in every boxer's heart, especially from 118 to 126. You know, because when he moves up, everybody gonna move up to 130. You know, it's crazy. This is a shame. When you're a boxer, your main goal is to make money, get belts, get fame, get recognition, and get respect, and get confidence. But how you not going to have confidence in yourself on fighting the best? Because at the end of the day, it's about the best versus the best. This is a fight people want to see. People want to see Rigondeaux. But it seems like everybody else, you know, they don't want to see him. They know he's too good. How you so he is so good they don't want to fight him. Okay. So I'm going to read this, right? And it would have been cool, man, because he had the fight for November 22nd, and he was going to have it in Miami or DR. If y'all don't know what DR is, Dominican Republic. That would have been awesome. I mean, for me. I wouldn't mind taking the trip, because I haven't been in DR in a while, so, and I'm from there, so that would be cool. Have a good vacation and a good fight. Because I know Rigondeaux going to beat his ass anyways. But, however, it remains to be seen if Alvarado and Top Rank will accept the fight, because they have been in talks with fighting with Carl Frampton. He's also the mandatory to fight Carl Frampton. So, you know, I can't really blame him. I could. I'm really pissed off because, you know, I want to see Rigondeaux. But, you know, they feel like it's more commercial and they make more money and whatever the case may be. It's also a more winnable fight for Avalos. That tells you, ESPN telling you, he ain't got no chance beating Rigondeaux. Nobody gonna beat Rigondeaux right now. He's so scared. How you the mandatory and you going to fight Carl Frampton? You know, Carl Frampton even said, yo, I know I'm gonna lose to Rigondeaux, so I'm not gonna fight him. That's crazy. That's crazy. You're supposed to be in the sport of boxing to fight the best. That's what it's about. Putting up good fights. At least put effort into saying, oh, I tried to beat Rigondeaux, but he's just too good. Everybody gonna understand why you lost. Because Rigondeaux is that good. He's that good. He could beat anybody. Anybody. Like, this is just ridiculous, man. Like, you got mandatories ducking you. This is a shame. You know what? I gotta give credit to the journeyman. Because they'll fight anybody at any time. They never duck. You know what I mean? You gotta respect the journeyman, man. That's why a lot of people, you know, Rigondeaux should just fight a whole bunch of journeymen. Knock them all out and prove his record. Because there's no other name that want to fight him. They scared him. You know? They should just crown him all the belts. Yo, here, just take him. All right, you got it. You know what I'm saying? You're one of the most feared guys I've ever seen. Because this is getting ridiculous. Nonito Donaire. Well, Nonito Donaire said he wanted a rematch. But it's the promotional company. You got to understand, these promotional companies, they scared of fucking Rigondeaux. They scared as hell. Because Nonito Donaire want to fight him, but his promotion don't want to fight him. Abner Morris say he want to fight him, but his promotion don't want it with him. Leo Santa Cruz always calling him out, or somewhat, but he don't want to fight him either. Carl Frampton already said, I'm not with it. Kiko Martinez, even though he lost the belt, he was not with it. Lomachenko, when you tell him Rigondeaux, he act like he don't know who Rigondeaux is. Lomachenko don't want to fight him. He going to have to move up to 126 and put fear in over there. And just take a belt and be like, who want to fight? Because nobody want to fight him. Nobody want to fight Rigondeaux. Guillermo Rigondeaux is the most feared boxer in the sport. Point blank period. He only 122 pounds. Like, they got the purse bid already. You know what I'm saying? Rigondeaux's supposed to make 200,000. And Avalos is supposed to make 80,000 on this fight. I mean, that's what it's saying right here. You know, they win the purse bid for that fight because that's the mandatory. But it's up to Avalos in Top Rank, and Bob Arum knows Rigondeaux. So Bob Arum knows, yo, this ain't a good fight for you, bro. It don't make no sense. But at least try it. You never know. You never know. Like I told people before, Rigondeaux could have a bad night. Everybody has bad nights, But how can you have a bad night when everybody fearing you? Like once you're in that ring with him, you're in a dark cloud. You're in a dark cloud, and you're in for some real serious trouble. Cause Rigondeaux will knock you out, like he did Lukman Yingtoy. And they talking about that fight was a sucker punch. That was no sucker punch, man. He was gonna get knocked out anyways. He was gonna lose the fight anyway, so it didn't matter. And in a way, to me, I felt like Lukman Yingtoy, he did all that bullshit because he knew he was outclassed from the opening belt. He knew he was outclassed. So I'm like, let me take the easy way out. Not saying that's true, but that's a possibility because the way I looked at his body language, it looked like he wasn't trying to be in there with him. He was just trying to get a check and be out of there. He don't want to fight no Rigondeaux. Trust me. He get a rematch. I hope give him a rematch then. For he could do the same thing then. Beat his ass. He'll knock him out. Serious. This is crazy, man. You're a mandatory. You're a boxer. You're not supposed to fucking duck anybody. Especially a guy like Rigondeaux who's gonna give you fucking fame. He's gonna give you money if you beat him. You gotta get respect. You know what I'm saying? In the sport of boxing, you're supposed to fucking be a boxer to win fucking belts.